Welcome to PhD&D on YouTube. This is a requested video just to kind of show my gaming setup. This is, you're going to see a lot of 4th edition stuff because that's the last game we played and it's the major campaign we're running right now. So you'll notice a lot of that, but we use it for all gaming all the time. So I apologize for camera quality, shakiness, everything. Filming this with my phone because my camera failed me 2 or 3 times already. So I'll get started here. And spot from the GM. We've got a vaulted ceiling, and Strider's sword right there. Vaulted ceiling, which actually catches the voice and throws it back down. I don't know if you can tell in the video, but it's kind of cool for a DM spot. A lot of room, which is nice, and we set up this long table. My main campaign has 8 players actually. It's split into 2 groups of 4. And if they ever all play together, then we set up 2 tables side by side, so we have plenty of room. Behind the screen here, I use the screen just to separate me from the players, to keep stuff back here that they can't see. I don't hardly use the numbers on it at all. And in fact, if it's a small last-minute throw-together game, just a one-shot, probably won't even use the screen at that point. So back here we've got a couple minis left over from the other night. Gotta spotlight my D20 I use when I GM. It's blue, red, got gold lettering. Wouldn't even roll really, but over here, cards. Critical hit deck. Draw a card on a critical hit. Critical fumble, draw a card there. We'll use these occasionally, not all the time. D&D injury cards that Wizards put out in a PDF on their website. You can get those for free there. Haven't used those at all yet. Just thought it'd be kind of cool to have just in case. We'll use these more often than anything. Plot twist cards from Game Mastery, and these, I'll award them. We call them fate shift cards. I'll award one to a player who does something really cool. And if he's got a plot twist card, he can lay that down whenever he wants to put a twist in the plot. For example, and they can be things that affect the game, things that don't really affect the game. One time they were fighting actually a green dragon, and it was a pretty epic fight, and the only one of them that had a plot twist card threw it down. He'd been hanging on to it for a while, and it actually created a lightning storm all around them. It just kind of came up suddenly, so that was kind of cool just to have that effect added. Now over here you'll notice I've got these pipe cleaners. These you can just toss on a mini to signify that they're bloodied. If you're using minis, the white ones are for marking, and I think I got those from Sly Flourish, I want to say, his website. He gave an example of that. So action points, just visible action points, so I can actually hand them to a player and they can throw them down for 4th edition play. What else is back here? This is probably the big one. Graph paper notebook. Just kind of shows different notes that I make, different places we draw out, skill challenges and such. Oh, I voted today. Yeah, that was a while ago. But nice to have in case you need to draw part of a map, but also write on for all your notes for playing. So that's what we have behind the screen. Let's go out here. This is our play area. We got this frame, this basically framed grid that we made from a pretty cool blog. I'll see if I can remember and find it. I'll put a link to it. If we use these pre-made maps, we rarely use those. It was just out here from a small game the other night. We'll use these wet erase battle maps. I'll draw these out for places that I feel like in the future they're going to visit and they're going to have an encounter. And if they ever end up there, then I'll just pull them out and use them. If not, we'll draw it kind of by the night on here if we're using a grid. We actually do quite a bit without a grid, 4th edition. We've found a way and kind of like that, so believe it or not, we do. There's that. Surround sound set up over there for music. We're big into the music when we play, set the mood. TV, once in a while I'll hook up my Apple TV and I'll put pictures up of either NPCs or settings where they're at on the screen so they can get a visual as well. Not all the time. Like to do a lot of it just through their imagination, but for major places, that can be pretty cool to have just sitting over there. A picture of somebody while they're talking to them. We'll head over here, and we'll look at our shelf real quick. Adventure Building Binder, which I have in another video if you want to see that. It's one of my first videos. Core rulebooks. We got 3, I think these are all Orcus adventures for 4th edition, not even unwrapped, but we got those because of a figure we got. Forgotten Realms campaign setting, we don't even use it, but I like to have it just for world building, and it's fun to read. What's this? Player strategy guide. That's my roommate's. I don't even know what that is, actually. Underdark, just another reference to have. Good for world building as well. Tomb of Horrors. We did run this. My players still hate me. That was a lot of fun. Apologize, getting my finger in the camera there. Role-playing game starter set. This is the first thing we bought for 4th edition. It was kind of worthless. It wasn't even a week later, and we went back and bought the core rulebooks. So we still have it, though. Move up. These are young dragons in here. Minis. Like I said, we don't always use minis and grids, but we do like to collect as many as we can, especially if we find a good deal on them, because they can be overpriced. This came with a set on eBay. I don't even know what it is, so if you recognize it, let me know. I don't think it's a D&D figure. This, I'm told, is the Skyrim dragon. I apologize, I have never actually played it. So that came with a set too on eBay. Up here we've got minis from 4th edition, Wizards, also Rise of the Rune Lords. Had some cool minis, so we bought some sets there. We got Orcus. We only got him because we got a good deal on him, and that's how we got those adventures down below. So, Colossal Red was in a set of dragons we got, hoping to use that one day. Scare all the players. They're worried about it. And then some dragons across the top. Like I said, they're kind of cool to have as collector items. And we don't get them unless we find a good deal on them. So that's our 4th edition shelving system, if you will. That is mostly it. The last thing is we just got a new poster, which is the D&D Gen Con 2012. Not sure. My roommate got it on eBay, I think. So got that. And that is our setup. So that's where we play most of our games. And this is where we have a lot of fun. Hope you enjoyed it. Talk to you later.